teases, to suggest or drop hints about something without fully revealing it. The president teases a potential way to end the war during the interview. Understaffed, not having enough employees or personnel. The agency is trying to assist the understaffed security checkpoints. Plaguing, causing continual trouble or distress too. Technical issues are plaguing airline travel across the country today. Congressional, relating to a national legislature, especially the U.S. Congress. The troubles facing air travel are compounded by the congressional funding fight. Retaliates, to make an attack in return for a similar attack. The nation continues its strikes and the enemy retaliates with missiles. Envoy, a messenger or representative on a diplomatic mission. The president said his top envoy had spoken to a foreign official. Diplomacy, the profession or skill of managing international relations. The government denied that any diplomacy had taken place between the leaders. Parliament, the highest legislature of a country. The Speaker of Parliament posted a statement on social media. Remorseful, filled with regret or guilt for a wrong committed. The people demand complete and remorseful punishment of the aggressors. Aggressors, persons or countries that attack first. The international community condemned the aggressors for the sudden attack. Quagmire, a complex or hazardous situation. The fake news is used to help the country escape the financial quagmire. Rallied, to gather for a common cause or to recover in price. The president's signaling rallied the market and drove down prices. Crude, natural oil before it has been refined. The price of Brent crude dropped by nearly 20% this week. 20%. Pierces, to make a hole in or to affect someone deeply. This damage pierces the citizen's sense of their own security. Munitions/munition, military weapons, ammunition, and equipment. Most of the missiles being fired now carry cluster munitions. Aback, surprised or startled, usually taken aback. They were taken aback by the sudden announcement of a peace deal. Passover, a Jewish holiday commemorating the exodus from Egypt. Officials are preparing the country to be at war through the Passover holiday. Diplomatic, relating to the profession of managing international relations. 3 diplomatic officials provided information about the ongoing negotiations. Intermediary, a person or group acting as a link between parties. The neighboring country has emerged as a possible intermediary in the conflict. Venue, the place where something happens or is organized. This city would be a suitable venue for the upcoming peace talks. Presumably, used to convey that what is asserted is very likely. The meeting will be held next week, presumably in a neutral location. Diplomats, officials representing a country abroad. Other diplomats are trying to play a part in resolving the crisis. Airliner, a large passenger aircraft. Investigators are trying to figure out what led to the collision of the airliner. Cockpit, the compartment for the pilot in an aircraft. The late-night collision wrecked the cockpit and injured the pilots. Jolted, pushed or shaken abruptly. The sudden impact jolted the passengers in the middle of the night. Tarmac, the paved area at an airport. The plane collided with a truck on the tarmac of the busy airport. Smacked, to hit someone or something with force. Many people smacked their heads against the seats during the crash. Frantically, in a hurried and disorganized manner due to fear. The controller was heard frantically redirecting other flights. Incursion, an instance of entering a place where one is not supposed to be. The latest runway incursion is raising alarm among aviation analysts. Turmoil, a state of great disturbance, confusion, or uncertainty. The deadly incident occurs amid turmoil at many major airports. Disputes, a disagreement, argument, or debate. The government shutdown is due to political disputes over immigration. Gridlock, a situation with no progress or heavy traffic congestion. The current situation has led to gridlock for millions of travelers. Controversial, giving rise to public disagreement. The president took a controversial step by deploying federal agents. Stalemate, a situation where no progress can be made. Meanwhile, the political stalemate between the two parties continues. Unsettled, lacking order or stability, worried. Air travel may remain unsettled for millions of people this weekend. Operationally, relating to the way a process or organization works. The new policy is not going to be operationally impactful for the agency. Apprehensions, the action of arresting someone or understanding. The agents are responsible for making apprehensions of illegal smugglers. Fugitives, persons who have escaped from a place or are hiding. International fugitives were caught trying to board a flight to depart. Deployments, the move of troops or resources to a position for action. These deployments could potentially lead to more chaos at the checkpoints. Compliant, meeting or in accordance with rules or standards. Many passengers do not have a driver's license that is Real ID compliant. Ordeal, a very unpleasant and prolonged experience. The travel experience became a much bigger and potentially chaotic ordeal. Nixed, put an end to, canceled, or rejected. The president nixed a potential solution that would have funded the agency. Recess, a period of time when proceedings are suspended. Congress is expected to leave for a 2-week recess starting tomorrow. Backlash, a strong and adverse reaction by a large number of people. The official was fired amid public backlash over the new operations. Anti-Semitic, hostile to or prejudiced against Jewish people. Law enforcement is investigating the arson attack as an anti-Semitic crime. Vicinity, the area near or surrounding a particular place. Residents in the vicinity are understandably very concerned about safety. Advocacy, public support for or recommendation of a particular cause. Advocacy groups say thousands of hate crimes were reported last year. Blockade, an act of sealing off a place. The ongoing conflict has led to a severe oil blockade in the region. Replica, an exact copy or model of something. The replica statue of the explorer now stands outside the main building. Colonization, the action of settling among and establishing control over an area. Many statues were taken down due to the explorer's role in colonization. Swarmed, moved somewhere in large numbers. His teammates swarmed him after he reached the major milestone. Playoffs, a series of games to determine a champion. He is one of the only players to reach 1,000 goals in the playoffs. 1,000. Defer, to put off to a later time. The president would defer strikes to allow more time for negotiations. Ensuing, occurring afterward or as a result. The reporter provided more information on the ensuing legal background. Postmarked, official mark showing the date and place of mailing. Officials count mail-in ballots as long as they are postmarked by today. Undermines, lessen the effectiveness or power of something. Critics argue that the current procedure undermines trust in elections. Ideological, based on or relating to a system of ideas. The justices appeared to be divided along ideological lines during arguments. Ballot, a system of voting, the act of voting. No one had ever seen a post-election day ballot deadline before this. Partisan, strongly supporting one particular party, cause, or person. We have seen a partisan polarization on the issue of mail balloting. Balloting, a process of voting. The officials' claim suggested that mail balloting is inherently insecure. Implications, the conclusion that can be drawn from something. This court ruling could have farther-reaching implications for future runs. Statutory, required, permitted, or enacted by statute. The lawyer pointed out that this is a statutory case for the court. Vague, of uncertain, indefinite, or unclear character. The question is whether a vague law can be applied to this situation. Provisions, conditions or requirements within a legal document. The new act has provisions related to how ballots are handled. Supplant, supersede and replace. The federal law would supplant a lot of these existing state laws. Staffer, a member of a staff. Federal agents are now assisting with the staffer shortfall at airports. Shortfall, a deficit of something. The current shortfall in personnel has led to longer lines for travelers. Promptly, with little or no delay, immediately. The president needs to address the issue promptly before things get worse. Absentee, a person not present, relating to voting by mail. Some politicians want to take away most absentee voting options. Headwinds, forces that slow down progress. The party is already facing traditional headwinds during this election. Harass, subject to aggressive pressure or intimidation. The goal of the new policy is to ensure agents do not harass citizens. Propel, push, or drive forward. These major issues helped propel him to victory in the past. Commemorative, acting as a memorial of an event or person. The president approved a commemorative coin that bears his own image. Iconography, visual images and symbols. Many people wonder what this new iconography suggests about the future. Figuratively, in a style representing a figure, metaphorically. He wants to put his stamp on the city, not just figuratively but literally. Evoke, bring or recall to the conscious mind. These traditional symbols are used because they evoke a sense of history. Ideology, a system of ideas and ideals. Critics argue that the other side is supporting a specific ideology. Hailed, praised enthusiastically. The official has rightly hailed the explorer as an American hero. Propping, to support or prevent from falling. For many decades, certain forms of entertainment were propping up the industry. Minstrelsy, a form of entertainment in which performers use blackface. Black comedy once existed within the narrow limits of minstrelsy. Comedians, people whose job is to make people laugh. Early comedians became stars even while navigating a difficult industry. Degrading, causing a loss of self-respect, humiliating. Some performers had to play degrading characters to find work. Caricatures, descriptions or imitations with exaggerated characteristics. The industry often demanded that actors play simple caricatures. Commentary, an expression of opinions or an explanation. The performer mixed sharp social commentary with a warm personality. Disarming, having the effect of allaying suspicion or hostility. Her disarming warmth allowed her to discuss very difficult topics. Courted, to pay special attention to in order to win favor. Many of these talented performers were being courted by major networks. Purporting, appearing or claiming to be or do something. The character was purporting to have done things she had never actually done. Affluence, the state of having a great deal of money, wealth. The family lived a life shaped by affluence and high aspirations. Punchline, the final phrase of a joke or story that provides the humor. The character could have become a one-note punchline but became something more. Ditzy, silly or scatterbrained. Some people often said things about the character being ditzy. Contradicted, to deny the truth of by asserting the opposite. This version of life contradicted many of the dominant narratives at the time. Epitome, a person or thing that is a perfect example of equality. They were the epitome of a modern family during that era. Nostalgic, a sentimental longing or wistful affection for the past. People are often nostalgic about the characters and shows from their childhood.